Welcome to another video here on the Felons Uprising channel. I'm your host, Moises Beauchamp, and today what we're discussing is the definition of hustle. We are empowering ex-felons to uprise. So if you would like to support the movement, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can be updated every time I upload, and share with someone, because this video may be helpful for an ex-felon who's maybe trying to learn how to build their very own brand. Subscribe to my newsletter. Like that, you know what's going on with me on an ongoing basis. With that said, my good friends, Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk is going to explain to us the definition of hustle. Introducing Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk.
I'm very fascinated by the conversation of work ethic, hustle, overworking. I'm fascinated by people's ability
Be sure
to
to
not take
subscribe
on accountability.
to
I
Gary
never feel like
Vaynerchuk's
my points of view and my thoughts
YouTube
and my
channel
takes and my passions and my story
at
are
Gary
right.
Vaynerchuk
I've
fan
never believed
page.
that in my life. I don't think they're right. I think I enjoy sharing them because I enjoy sharing them. I'm a communicator. There's some selfish needs of communicating, I'm sure, but like I share them. But everybody shares them. This thought that, I think one of the biggest things we need to get more thoughtful about is this question, which is, the answer to the question is by conversating with yourself and trying to develop self-awareness and not look for outside validation. When people email me and say, Gary V, I've been hustling 15 hours a day, I'm like, you getting enough rest? You good? Are you pumped? Like, with intention, my intention is to be happy. And so I'm not going to apologize for enjoying my work. Like, I don't need validation from my work. My work is not my family or my thing. I watch these conversations. I'm fascinated by them. I respect other people's points of view. I just want to make sure that they don't think they're right either. A lot of people that push against hard work, hustle, are people who've already hustled and didn't find fulfillment from it, but maybe somebody else did. In the same way that I haven't had to clarify my points of view. There are plenty of interviews in 2010 where my point of view on Crush It was make $86,000 a year and talk about strawberries. I've been talking about happiness the whole time. I have evolved and have been forced, because I feel like I've been dragged into being a poster child of something that I don't believe in creating clarity. But I think, to answer your question directly, I think you have to answer that for yourself. And what I would say is, don't overjudge yourself in every chapter. It's okay to be losing by 14 points at the end of the first quarter of an NBA game. You can win that game. And so if you're like working 15 hours a day for a year because you're starting your videography business, that's probably okay. It does take work to start something. If you've achieved some level of success 3 years in, and you don't want to take it to a $10 million business from a $3 million business because you've fallen in love and you've started a family and you want to you want to play wiffle ball outside with your child, that's amazing. There is no right. There's only right for you. More importantly, there is no line in the sand. I'll be very honest with you. I'm unbelievably excited to evolve. There may be a time where I don't want to be as passionate about my work, and there may be some cause or some game, or who the heck knows what I'll get excited about. And so I think, to answer your question, it's A, to do it for yourself, B, to know that it's going to ebb and flow. When you're 96 in debt in your basement, you're grinding. When you're not in the same place, you don't have to do the same things. You may still want to. I still want to. I love operating. I was afforded a lot of opportunities besides building VaynerMedia and having a client service business, 1,000 employees, a lot of chaos. I enjoy that. And look, there's a lot of people, I don't post pictures of my family on social media. Lots of people do. I could judge that. I choose not to. I think there's a lot of judgment in the air on this issue right now. And so, yeah, I'm trying to do a better job over the last year of clarifying it because I don't want to be dragged down in the momentum of something I don't believe in, which is, why in the world would I believe in, why would any human being want somebody to burn out and not be happy? But guess what? I would be burnt out and unhappy if I worked 9 to 5. I know unbelievable amounts of unhappiness from people that work 40 hours a week. Who gets to decide? Definitely not me, and definitely not people who are pushing very hard in what they perceive to be my point of view on this issue. I think I've been consistent. I could have been better at clarifying it along the way. I think one of the things that is probably evolving my content is, as I have more attention, I feel a greater responsibility. And so I've become very passionate about creating more context. I think I'm at my best when I have time to talk like this, and I'm not when I'm too excited on stage or in a 1-second clip. I think that I'm becoming more thoughtful because I'm surprised at the sheer level of quick judgments that our society has become comfortable with. I wrote that book in 2008 when people, like, the economy collapsed and this internet thing emerged and there was a land grab. There was an amazing opportunity if you were a fast mover on those platforms, and those things played out. It's not as easy to build a huge personal brand or a media property on YouTube or podcast or Instagram as it was 5 years ago. It's supply and demand. So I don't feel anything or it's contextual. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, I think you should have spent all your money on Manhattan real estate 180 years ago. And that was a good bet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I also am one of the things that's struck me in the last year that I'm like, oh, wait a minute, these people think they're right. I never think I'm right, ever. I think I'm communicating my observations. I have no interest in telling anybody how to do anything. Really, I don't. I don't have that level of audacity, and I think what I'm watching is much more. I'm surprised that some of my friend contemporaries that take different points of view are coming at it with more of a "I'm right, you're wrong." That's been really interesting to me. That's something I want to throw more in the air. It's probably why I'm yapping now and being late.
Yeah.
Because I respect your platform and just kind of respect your point of view on this. I'm surprised that we've gotten, not surprised, we are in that place. And so I'm going to do a much better job over the next half decade to say, look, this is how I see it. These are my circumstances. And I think I also am pretty aware of my happiness. And not that everybody has the same chemicals or circumstances, but I would feel remiss not to speak about what I see. I also think that when we start demonizing work ethic, we get into I think we are the byproduct of the last 10 years being so fruitful. A lot of the people that push against me are venture-backed company founders who were able to raise $25 million over 4 years based on their idea by never running a profitable company. So everybody, and not that they're wrong, I just think everybody has different perspectives. So I think we need to get into a healthier, minimalism. I'm sure, I don't know. I assume there's some sort of counter debate to it. And I think, for example, I think I both love work ethic and minimalism. And I think they're, I already know that I'm a kind of enigma and have some pretty contradictions within me. So I'm hoping that because of that, and that's just the luck of the draw of DNA, and given the platform that I've earned and have been afforded, maybe I can create some better conversations, because I think it'd be a really good time for all of us in any sector about any debate, red versus white wine, let alone minimalism, anti-minimalism, hustle, it's a really good time to get back to a cordial state of debate. I also know it's contextual. Like, how can't you tell somebody who's not afforded any opportunities that work ethic isn't going to help them? There's no thing you can pull up that speaks to me saying money is happiness. I wasn't raised in that environment. I know it's not true. I think that people need to try to be self-aware about what makes them happy and doesn't make them happy. Right now, I view social media as a mirror. I think what people are putting out is an incredible indicator of what's inside of them. So right now there's a lot of political anxiety. There's a lot of ideological anxiety. And so what we're seeing is a lot of judgment. I think, the early days, especially when you and I were on it, like there was a lot of Nirvana early users. It was very soft. I think you are seeing a different version of that today. But that is, getting off of social is no different than stop watching CNN or Fox every night or reading the Journal or the Times. We consume as animals. And I think if one feels overwhelmed, they should stop consuming. But I don't put social media consumption in a very different place than the films and music and books that one reads. Like, the collective replies of people's angst is no different than Kurt Cobain's singular angst, other than it's a collective versus singular. And so I think it's great. And like when people are like, oh, like what are you going to think about that? I'm like, I don't care about social media. I really don't. I care about humans communicating with each other. I'm fascinated by communication, and I'm fascinated that we now have a collective ability to communicate at a scale that we've never seen before. And I think right now people are focusing on the downside of that, and I think we're forgetting the upside of it. There's so much love and greatness going on every day. I think humans find what they're looking for. You're signing into Twitter to find a fight, or to find somebody to fight with, or to see some negativity, you're going to find it. I think if you go to Twitter or Instagram to find happiness and positivity, it's there at scale.
Be sure to go through and subscribe to Gary Vaynerchuk's channel, man. Dude is a beast in business and in marketing, period. Give me 1 second while I shut this off real quick. Yeah, as I was saying, Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a beast in business, man. He's a beast in business. What y'all think about his definition of hustle? What I got from it is it's all about work ethic and having clarity. You know what I'm saying? Being clear on what it is that you're doing. What I'm saying is there's no get rich scheme. You have to put in work into whatever it is that you want to do. You got to believe and have faith in yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's many opportunities on doing whatever it is that you love to do, with the internet and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's all about doing what you love, because if you're doing what you love, it's not work. You feel me? You gotta, provide some value in order to turn it into profits. You feel me? But yeah, man. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk's definition of hustle. Be sure to go through and subscribe to whatever it is that he has out there on social media, because you will learn a lot from him, because I've learned a lot from him myself. Anyway, with that said, my good peoples, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, support the channel by liking the video. Again, comment, let me know what you think about Gary Vaynerchuk's definition of hustle. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see on this channel. Share this video because it may help someone out there. And again, subscribe to my newsletter, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, like the page. Like that, you won't miss an update. With that said, man, thanks for watching. And be sure to check out the Felons Uprising store at successforfelons.com. Peace.